So Tristan, let me ask you, when we talk about this individual being granted immunity, and now we know his specific involvement in the Trump organization and directly tied to the financial side of the organization, Tristan, what information would be useful to investigators?
I mean, the thing is that Weisselberg did in fact know where every nickel came in. He knows where every nickel went out. He was actually involved with making business decisions regarding different wings of the Trump organization. Anything that they were doing, he would know exactly where those payments were made. So, you know, I think with regard to the Stormy Daniels affair and those items, if he was in fact the one who set up the payments to those folks, as Michael Cohen's tape suggests that he did, you know, obviously he may be able to have information or corroborate additional evidence or corroborate the evidence that the prosecutors already have on that front. I think the real question is, what could he know potentially regarding the Trump campaign? Was he involved with any payments that might have gone through the Trump organization and then either gone to Trump's personal bank account or to the presidential campaign? And I mean, that's where this really starts to turn into an even bigger question.
And so I wonder, because our reporting is that he was offered immunity specifically for the Cohen investigation, but given immunity is pretty big, would prosecutors have offered that just to prosecute Michael Cohen?
Offering immunity in any case like this means that the witness was not only willing to be cooperative, but that the witness also actually had information that prosecutors thought was worthy of the immunity. So we don't know exactly what it is that he knows that he said he would be willing to work on with prosecutors, but it's possible that that we could think that maybe there's something larger here than just the issues surrounding Michael Cohen and the Stormy Daniels payment. But even then, you know, I think one thing that's also sort of key here is that those payments right before the election are in themselves, I think we almost minimize or we really treat those with less gravity than they ought to be treated. If the Russia probe with Mueller didn't exist, this would itself be something that we would be thinking is very legally and politically important. If Bill Clinton had done these things back in the 90s, if he'd been accused of giving hush money to women with whom he had affairs on the eve of the election, he would have been impeached over that. He would have been convicted over that. He might have resigned over that. It would have dwarfed what actually ended up happening in that. Because of the Russia probe, this almost looks like a sideshow, but itself, I mean, this actually could have arguably influenced the 2016 election. If those affairs had come out in October of 2016, there's an excellent chance that Trump wouldn't have been elected. So there's a lot of gravity just around the Cohen investigation, even if you put the whole Mueller thing aside.